with Dr. Bernie Feldman getting inducted into the International Wrestling Hall of Fame. Bernie, what did you think when they called you and said, hey, we'd like to honor you for all you've done for wrestling?
Well, for the first week or two, my biggest concern was that I was going to fall out of bed and wake up because it was just surreal. I never even considered this in the realm of reality. It's never happened before. I mean, they just started this category of induction a year ago, and so I never even considered it a possibility, but it's a very great honor because wrestling has become one of the big passions of my life, and I've devoted a lot of time and energy and effort, and whatever I've given, I've gotten 100-fold back with the friendship and the relationship that I have with the athletes and the entire wrestling community. They say it's like a brotherhood or a family, and when you tell people that, if you haven't really experienced it, it's hard to conceptualize. They look at you like, oh, come on, sounds hokey. But it's real. You see the same people at different events all around the world, year after year, and they fight with a vengeance on the mat, but at the end of the match, they wrap their arms around one another, and they respect one another as athletes and friends.
Now, you got hooked at like the Cadet Worlds in Illinois, wasn't it?
It was the Junior World.
Juniors. Yeah.
1983.
Wow.
And that was my very first international wrestling event. And I would have never thought that it would come to this. And my first overseas trip was the World Championships, Senior World Championships, that were right here in Budapest, Hungary in 1986. And I was one of the U.S. team doctors. And now here I am 32 years later, getting inducted into the same, in the same city where I started my overseas experience.
Well, part of what they say that is so helpful when you work with athletes is you listen and you care, right? I mean, is that kind of the way? Because they wouldn't be asking you for help unless there was something going on, and you find a way to help them.
Well, I think that it's not that I'm any smarter than anybody else, but I understand the sport. I mean, I've been hanging around the mats for a long time, 35 years. And I understand how a given injury or a given medical problem will impact the wrestler's ability to do what he needs to do to be successful on the mat. And I like to believe that the athletes know that they can trust me, that I give them the advice that I think is in their best interest, and I think they respect that. And it just, it's something that nobody gives this to you. You earn it based on what you said, caring and loving the sport and understanding the sport. An analogy I would give you is when I was in the military service, I was a flight surgeon.
Right.
And I was trying to relate to these fighter pilots. We had 600 flying officers on our base. And basically, one of the reasons that I found it so easy to relate to them as a doctor is because I was excited about what they were doing.
Right.
I flew in the airplanes with them. I got over 200 hours of flying time in the 2 years I was in the military, which is more than most doctors get. And so if the pilots found it a lot easier to relate to you as a doctor because they knew that I was interested and excited about what they were doing. I think the same is true with wrestlers. I'm one of the biggest wrestling fans on the planet. So if they know that you really appreciate what you understand what they do, you understand what they're working for, and you appreciate it as a fan, it's easier for them to trust you as a doctor.
So you know people all over the world through wrestling and through helping as a doctor. What's it like to have people from Asia, Africa, Europe, all these people come by and just congratulate you? Because I mean, we've had a number of them come to the table, right?
Yeah. Well, it's really just a wonderful feeling that, I mean, I've never done this with any expectation or hope of any kind of public recognition.
Right.
I've done this because it's something that I love to do. And for me, it's a unique privilege to be considered a member of this very elite brotherhood of world-class athletes and the people who work with and support them. For me, that's an honor that I can't tell you how precious it is to me. And so it's just this is not the culmination because I'm not ready to quit.
No, you're still helping out, right?
Yeah, I'll be working at the tournament this week. I mean, I wasn't going to fly all the way over here and then not stay for the competition. There was no way. But as long as I'm physically and mentally able to do this, I have no intention of walking away. I mean, if they find a doctor that they think can do a better job or they trust more, I will walk away with my head high. I know that I've accomplished something, but until they tell me that, they're going to have to drag me off kicking and screaming.
Well, congratulations. I know you're able to have your wife come with you, and there's a bunch of people that are from the United States supporting you. You having a good time so far? I mean,
it's one of the joys of my lifetime. I mean, this is something I didn't expect it, I didn't covet it, and to have it come spontaneously is just an unbelievable feeling.
Well, congratulations, Doc.
Thank you, Gary.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.